my name is Marion Donnell. I'm a 3B Scientific Product Manager in Medical Simulation at 3B headquarters in Germany, where we are today. It's sunny weather in Hamburg. And I will present you today during 1 hour the BASICBilly Plus, which is a new CPR training solution from 3B Scientific. If you have any questions, or if you cannot hear me, for example, you have the possibility to write something down on the chat of the webinar. My colleague Christina, that is really helpful today for me, will try to answer. I will also work on the question that came during the webinar and work on a FAQ that I will send you maybe 2 days after the webinar to to answer all your questions and maybe send you some document. And I think that the presentation will be also shared with you if you need to share this with your team, or if you need to refresh your memory before a presentation to a customer. So let me start my presentation with by explaining you why the direct feedback become so important in CPR training this recent years. It's true that more and more instructors express the fact that it's really difficult for them to monitor a classroom where they have, for example, multiple students, when they have to give feedback simultaneously to a lot of person, a group of 6, for example. It's really challenging. They also express the fact that it's became a challenge to also give feedback of quality when they are spending not so much time with each of their trainee. And it's true when you are working without a feedback device on your during CPR training, and that the instructor needs to give feedback only by looking at the way that the student is doing compression on the chest. It's really challenging for the instructor, and it can be very difficult to provide objective feedback to help the student to improve their skills. So this is actually why in 2019, the American Art Association, AHA, decided to change slightly their guidelines and request for each CPR training that a objective, like a device, a feedback device is used in addition with a maniquí. So this is something that changed a lot of things in the CPR world, and this is also something that pushed a lot of medical simulation company like 3B to create and start to look for a new solution to provide with their original maniquí. So this is exactly what we did with BASICBilly. BASICBilly is one of our bestseller in BLS area. It was developed in 2011, and after those guidelines came out, we needed to update something on the Billy to make him smarter and provide feedback during CPR training when you use BASICBilly. This is why we work in collaboration with a company called heartisense. And we came back with a very easy to install upgrade kit. So this upgrade kit will enable you to make the Billy smarter. So you install the upgrade kit in the BASICBilly, and you will receive the possibility to have the full CPR feedback training that you wanted. So thanks to this upgrade kit, you will have the functionality to establish through a Bluetooth connection, a connection with different CPR app. So this CPR app, you have an instructor app, or you connect with a student app. So the two viewer have some different interface. The feedback is quite similar on our product, but I will for sure show you this in details when I will share my screen with you. So this, to go a little bit more in details with this app, it's two apps that you are able to download on iOS and Android device, mobile phone or tablet. It depends on what you want. This is really really a good solution because the trainee can also download this this app straight away when he's coming in the CPR training. He can download this on his own mobile device. So this is also a very interesting features. So with this app, the user can monitor and in real time a lot of parameters that are really important for CPR. So I will. So most of the important CPR parameter are chest compression related. So you will be able to measure the depth of the compression, the rhythm, so frequency from the compression. You will also have a feature that is really important now in the new guideline of CPR, the release of the chest. So between each compression, you will be able to see if the student is not lying too much on the chest of the Billy, and enable the Billy plus to recover from the first compression. So this is for compression. You have also the times of compression. So that means when you are doing nothing on your mannequin, that's supposed to be not more than 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, it's a problem for the patient. So you will have also this parameter. And regarding the ventilation, for sure the appropriate ventilation volume will be measured as well with the app. So the app will provide a summative real-time feedback. That means that all the parameters will be analyzed by the app, and will also help the instructor by sharing with him and also the student actually. The app will share with him some example of what can he say to a student to improve his skill. For example, if I'm doing a compression that is too slow, it's going to be written on the app that this student is currently doing a compression that is not reaching the 5 centimeters needed. So this is a real help when you are like working in a classroom of more than one student, and that you need some backup when you're like teaching your student. So speaking from classroom, with the new functionality of BASICBilly Plus, you will be able to create a classroom of 6 students at a time. So that means that the instructor will be able to follow on his iPad or on his mobile device the feedback, the performance of 6 different students. So this is a really interesting features. The debriefing will be also facilitated by the app. I will show you the way the app is representing the debriefing screen. You can go back to your to the whole cycle that your student made during the CPR training. You can go back to each compression and tell him, okay, here you have been doing like 3 compression that was really at the wrong depth, and go back on this feedback with the help of the app. So I think I will show you on the mannequin. It's even better. So for that, I will. So it was always complicated for us to show you what happened on the screen. We tested like this. It was complicated. So like a quick advice for you, if you're like willing to do some presentation during this time where you cannot really meet your customer and try to reach them a different way, if you want to show something, you want to show the BASICBilly Plus software on, for example, a webinar or a product video demonstration, you can actually download a software that is called Reflector 3. So the Reflector 3 is a sharing video program that you can install on your computer, and it will be able to take the image of your mobile device screen and share it with the computer. So I'm going to start, for example, to share my screen. So I'm going to connect my, so I have a code coming, 0323. So this is the way I connect. Up. And normally now you can see my screen perfectly. You can actually adjust your your screen, say, to be able to see a little bit of the iPad and a little bit of what I'm going to show you on the mannequin. So a perfect way to show to customer during this time where we cannot go on Congress and so on, to show your screen and do some product demonstration in medical simulation where you are working a lot of time with iPad and so on. So a quick tip from me. So I'm gonna start my presentation on my product demonstration by showing you the Cpr Instructor App, because it's more complete, and this is also I think the Cpr Student app is also really interesting, but it's exactly the same thing that you can see on the Instructor app. So I'm going to show you first the Cpr Instructor, and we are going to have to connect everything together. So first of all, I have in front of me Billy. This Billy needs to be connected to my mobile device. So I have to turn on the Bluetooth, because it's a connection 1.1 Bluetooth. So normally it's already done. And I'm going to look for the Cpr Billy that are on. To turn on the BASICBilly Plus, you just have to do some compression on the chest, and it stops to show. Here you hear a beep. The beep is the mannequin kit that is turned on. So here I will have the BASICBilly Plus that I previously identified with the color ID stickers, one purple. I can actually show you what happened when I have another kit. I have three kits, three BASICBilly Plus here. So I'm gonna connect another one. So here comes the BASICBilly Plus one red. I could have identified them with two green or something else. And I'm gonna show you, so I'm gonna connect this two, and I have, hop. So now I have like the two. So I'm selecting the Billy one purple and the red one Billy. So here you have the serial number of the kit, but you don't really pay attention to that. So hop. So here on my screen, you can see that I have two different Billy connected in my Cpr training. So this is the way you create your classroom. I have the possibility to rename the Billy that when you want to assign a student to one of the Billy Plus, you just have to slide on the left, and you have here rename. So I'm gonna write, for example, Juliet, and here my Billy one red, I'm gonna name it Louis. Here it is. So this is a very simple way to assign a student when you are like creating a classroom of 6. You just have as an instructor to prepare your Billy on the floor. You have already identified this with color ID. It's really easy. I can show you how to do it. And you assign a student to one Billy. So now I have my student assigned to each Billy, and my Billy are ready to be set for training. So on the bottom of the screen, you can actually see that it's written AHA 2019 guidelines. That means that you are working with the parameters of these guidelines. There is some different guidelines that you are able to change in setting. If you want to work with another type of guidelines, you will be able to do that. This is really a feature that is really important. That means that because we are working with a mobile application that are free download on iOS and Android, you will always have the latest guideline available, and you will receive an automatic update of your app when the AHA will decide to change slightly centimeters for the compression. So another thing is that you can decide if you want to do conventional CPR. So conventional CPR is actually when you are like focusing on the compression on the chest and the ventilation. But recently we had also some CPR courses where the training was only focused on the chest compression and not the ventilation. So you can actually decide to do some hands-only compression, hands-only CPR, sorry, or the conventional CPR. So here I am with the conventional CPR. So I'm going to start the training by clicking starting. Sorry. So here you have no stress to have. The timer will start when your student is doing the first compression on the chest. That means that you can set everyone ready. You can explain something to your student, and you can say to them, "Go ready to your CPR mannequin," and they will be able to start by themselves the training. Sorry. So here you can see there is a screen separation between my first Billy plus Juliet, student Juliet assigned to the Billy plus one purple, and you have Louis on the bottom of the screen. The two students are shown on the screen. If you're working with a 6-student classroom, the screen will be slightly different. You will not have the icon the same way. I invite you to look at the share sheet that I posted with this invitation on the webinar. You will see that the screen is a little bit simplified because of the space available on the screen. But it's the most important thing will be shown for each student. That means the feedback when the student will do something wrong. The app will provide the instructor a way to give him some advice. So this will be available, and some feedback on the parameter that is currently giving. So first of all, I'm going to set then Juliet at the top. This is my my CPR, my Billy Plus that is installed here. So you will have the screen will change a little bit when I'm doing compression and when I'm doing ventilation. You will see I'm going to start to do some compression so you can appreciate the real-time feedback. If there is a slight, I tested, it's not really a latence, but it's due to also the fact that we are sharing our screen with a software, so there is a slight latence, but you will see it's nothing to be worried about when you are doing a product presentation. So now I'm going to start with a good compression. So here you can see when I'm reaching the perfect depth, the green line is coming. Here now I'm going to start to do some weak compression and some slow compression. And here you can see that it's written weak. That means that my compression or my performance are not good enough. So this is exactly what will use the instructor to give some feedback to the student when he's saying that he's not doing. So here you can see the hands-off time. So I'm going to hurry and do some ventilation. To ventilation. If I'm doing a too low ventilation, it's red written. So I'm going back. So when I'm going too fast, this is recall needed. So when I'm lying on the chest of the CPR a little bit too much, the advice recall needed will be given to the instructor. So Louis is not doing anything because Louis is there. I don't have assistant today. This is the main thing that you have to understand. The way that the feedback are given are really simple, and this is exactly the same screen than a student will have on the Cpr app student. So this is a really good way to show the student feedback. So here done. So here I'm gonna done here. So I can see, for example, this one. It says result saved. So I can actually start a new training with Juliet, or I can decide to stop the CPR training. So end session. I'm going to end the session, and there I will have the result of the person who worked. I don't have the result of Louis because nothing happened. So it's just the application just switched the fact that we are not working. So here, for example, it's maybe not the perfect screen the perfect compression training that I show you here, because I made some too much compression and not enough good things. But you have here the scoring screen. So you will have a summative overall score that will be provided to you through the application. So this scoring helps you a little bit to give a note to your student. It will help you to assign an evaluation at the end of the course. So here I had a global score of 66 on 100. And the scoring is separated in different topics. Compression, the compression part is at the top. There is a ventilation part and also a very interesting thing, hands-off time. As I said, when you are doing more than 10 seconds, it's a really bad compression, a very bad CPR cycle. So you will have an average of what you did. So the rate, the depth, if you are doing perfectly for each cycle. So this is a quite easy way to show. But for a student, most of the time, it's not really easy to show him number. So there is another, when you click on next to summary, you have graph. The graph is a very cool visual representation of what the student did during the compression, during the CPR training. So you have a different way to show to show the compression. So each bar, for example, is the compression. So the red little arrow on the top means that I did not provide release to the chest. when the bar is green and it's going into the 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters range needed, all is green. If I had done like a compression more than 6 centimeters, it will show me this also on the screen with a little arrow going back to the top, mentioning the fact that next compression will need to be less deep. So here are all the compression that I did. I think I did something like 44 compression. It's really too much. 30 compression are needed normally, and 2 ventilation. So here, for example, you can see here the change in the graphic way to represent. It's the ventilation. This is the ventilation. I have now the possibility to say that it's the perfect amount of air that I provide. And I can go back to all the compression by sliding left or right, sorry. Yeah, so all this result can be possibly shared with your printer or with the student. So there is a share result function or share certificate. So if I'm clicking on share this result, I can use I can send this report in PDF via email. And I can do exactly the same with a formal certificate, a PDF with the name of the student written, and the student will receive a certificate. So it's really easy for them, for the instructor to manage his classroom at the end of the class, and it helps a lot of administrative time. What can I show you more? So I'm gonna focus myself now on the bottom of the screen. There is some different icons, and I'm gonna go back on link, for example. Link is actually the icons you are gonna use to find out what's happened in your classroom. So you have different BASICBilly connected, for example. I can see, for example, if the BASICBilly has still some battery. So I can check this here. If you want, I can disconnect the BASICBilly here so that the BASICBilly is not available anymore in the classroom if, for example, it's not with enough battery. And I can at any time search for new mannequin. So if I want to search on mannequin, I can just click and I'm gonna look in the room for new mannequin. So here in data is actually the result, the library of results of your student, what happened with this courses. So I can go back, for example, I have the date, and I can go back to a result of one of my students. I can go back and share again if I forgot to send this directly after the course. So this is the library with the global score. It's written here, so you can just focus on maybe a student that have a really a low score. Yeah, sure. So I'm going to show back the compression rate up. So I'm going to take Juliet. Oh, I actually have both of them. So up, start. So compression rate, it's actually shown on this, how do you call this, arrow? This gauge that you have here. So normally the compression rate should be between 100 and 120 bit per minute. So if I'm going too fast, the arrow in green here will go in the direction of the right of your screen. And if I'm going too slow, it's going to go red in the left part of the gauge. So let me show you. It's maybe easier. So I'm starting a compression at a good rhythm, and now I'm gonna do very slow compression, and now I'm gonna do some very, very fast compression where my rhythm is too high, and now I'm starting my compression with a perfect rhythm. Good compression, good depth, good release. Just too much compression. So I hope you enjoy the fact that it's really in real time. So if you are like slowing down, the maniquí will tell you at the moment. Here some hands-off time. It will be shown as a training feedback. If you are like taking too much time to set up the ventilation, it will be shown actually on the head of the maniquí, and it will be written, for example, 11 seconds in red. That means that you are like already not fast enough to provide ventilation. So up. So let me go back then up in simulation. So let me go back, for example, on settings. Settings are really always important. So the BASICBilly Plus is available in a lot of languages, so you should not be worried to find any other languages. And we can always discuss if you need some other languages for a big order or something like this. We can always discuss with the artisans so that they upload with us the translation. So score calculation. This is interesting. So here you have a screen saying what will be evaluated in the global scoring that you have at the end. If you decide, for example, that the hands-off time is not really important for your CPR courses, you can decide to remove the hands-off time. You can remove the hands-off time, and it will not be the parameter will not be included in the global scoring at the end. But I advise to let always the parameter mentioned here, because this parameter are set through these different guidelines. So here you have different guidelines when you're working with the guidelines of the American Art Association or with the Korean Association, European Resuscitation Council guidelines. So you can select actually, and it changes the different parameter. So here I'm going back to the settings. What do I have more? Target patient. This is currently an adult CPR training maniquí. We can actually decide to do the child training. The child training will be available as soon as an option kit to add this to your BASICBilly Plus. So up here, go back to adult settings. And you have also a tutorial that if you are like lost a little bit or you want to explain to your student how the feedback will be shown, you can actually have this little quick video to show this during Congress or during a product presentation, or when you are an instructor and you want to explain to the student how he will see his feedback on his mobile phone, for example. So do we have some question? Okay. So up, you will have this in the you mean by that a way to show that the after I did my training, do I have a way to be able to see if my compression was good enough? This is actually, we are working with a color code on this application. With the color code, it's actually red when you did a compression, a CPR compression that are not good enough. And when it's green, you will have the feedback that it's a good compression that is able to save your patient. When you are an instructor, you are focused on the global scoring of your student, on the analysis of the parameters that are really important for the Cpr. And you will never have on an app something saying that your patient have been saved through the compression, because there is a lot of different parameters in BLS that show that will help your patient to survive. So we are working with more with a student, a global scoring that will show you if you did a great job in compression and ventilation, or if you need more practicing. Yeah, we have time. Yeah, sure. Nope. So the name of the patient and the color assignment of the patient are actually saved in the mannequin. So here, for example, I can show you. I will disconnect my mannequin. Up. And I will connect again my mannequin. So you can see the color ID stickers that we put in on the mannequin to differentiate the mannequin when you have a classroom. These stickers are switching the mannequin, and are staying assigned to a BASICBilly Plus. But if I want to select my mannequin, I will need to assign again a student, because I disconnect my application with from the mannequin. So if I lost the connection between the mannequin and between the mobile device, or I switch my device between I switch the connection between the instructor app and the student app, I will have to reassign the student name. But it's really a simple way. You just switch to the left, write back the name of the mannequin, and you are back on. It's not written on. It's not on the cloud, but it's on the application. Yeah, on the iPad. Actually, when you assign your student, the way you have to remember is when you are going to link, and you can see actually what happened. You have all your mannequin in the Cpr training classroom on this screen, and you can actually see the name of the student that you assigned to the mannequin. So if, for example, I put Juliet on the mannequin 1 purple, I will be able to go in my classroom, say, Juliet, you have the 1 purple. Oops, did not took it, Juliet. So I assign a name. I'm renaming the student, and after that, when I'm doing my compression, my training, it's written who is with the number 1. You have the name of the student assigned to the student. So we put the stickers at the lower top of the mannequin for demonstration purpose, but most of the time the better way to assign to stick your stickers, your color ID stickers, is to put this on the front arm, so that you have a visual feedback on which student are you talking to. So if I see my 1 purple on the forehead of this BASICBilly, I will directly see that Juliet is working on this mannequin, and I will be able to go directly to Juliet and be able to say, hey, Juliet, you are doing great. Or or Juliet, you are not doing great. So the metronome sound is actually something that you have when you are a CPR student. You are working with a CPR student. I'm gonna end the session and show you how to. I'm disconnecting everything, and I'm gonna show you the CPR screen. It's exactly the same. I'm selecting my student. I want to work on this mannequin, the one purple, and I'm going to be able to start my thing. Before starting, I'm going to go to settings, and I will see that there is a compression metronome available at 120 bit per minute, 110 bit per minute. So this is settings that the student can change. But during the training, you just have to click start, and you will have on the top right corner of the screen, you will have a little sound icon. With this sound icon, you will be able to have the metronome. So I will have the possibility to turn on the metronome and to do the compression like I am supposed to do. So this is actually the student. It's exactly the same in the instructor screen. There is some other functionality in the settings mode. You can actually it's quite similar. Just the compression metronome is available on the student screen, but not when the instructor is taking the lead of the session. So here my scoring, and there is also a way to calibrate your mannequin. So if I need to calibrate the ventilation, I will just click on this little target icon, and I'm just going to assign some ventilation so that the sensor responsible of the ventilation will be able to set one proper ventilation. So I'm going to show you now a switch of the reflector 3, so you can have like back and stop mirroring. Yeah, sure. Thank you. So I'm back on here. I would like to show you what are the different offers that we have now regarding BASICBilly Plus. So BASICBilly Plus, there is possibility that your customer already worked with BASICBilly as it was before. So for that, we created a very simple, easy kit that comes in this little packaging where you have everything that you need to update your BASICBilly. You would just have to add some to AA battery, and I will show you a little bit more in details how it looks. I will come a little bit closer. I will focus. So this is actually the kit. So this is a kit that is installed in the mannequin. So here you will have to put 2 AA battery, and this is the sensor kit. So here you will have the sensor for the compression, and here connected the breath module kit. This breath module will be connected to the lung bag that we slightly modified to add this little additional piece, so we can have a connection between the lung bags and the kit. So I can show you a little bit how it will be set in the kit. So here I've demounted my Billy, and I will just have a very simple way to, I just have to remove the sticker here. Just come, put the kit, press, so we can stick, and I will be with my kit installed. I just after that, need to put back the spring, put back the top, and I will let pass my breast model in the hole that you can see here. So I will set this here. And after that, I'm just putting back my lung bags, like if I was changing my lung bags. I'm just putting this back, setting this, and connecting the so it's really a simple way to install your kit. You can do that really easily. So I'm going to put back this here. Do you have any question regarding the installation? So this is actually how you do from the old Billy to the new Billy. When you receive the kit, in the kit, you will have an instruction, a way to install the kit included. You see, it's really not a lot of instruction because it's really easy to do it. Color ID stickers, so you can identify your Billy when you start to connect with the app. So and a long bag. Other question? So if you can, so to print out the results, most of the time, if you are working with an iPad, you have to connect your iPad with your printer. It's kind of difficult, so I would advise you, if you want to print some results, to send this the PDF to your email address, and after that, with maybe a computer that have a better printing facility than an iPad or an Android tablet or a mobile device like iPhone or Samsung telephone. You will be able to print your result page much better. But you can always share your result with your student with any device, so you can actually send this to your computer, and if your computer is connected with your printer, it's not really difficult. So the BASICBilly, so you take your old BASICBilly, you open everything, and you follow the instructions that are provided in the kit. Yeah, I will do it. So you follow the instruction that is provided in the kit. So you will have first to remove the old long bags that are not with this little additional piece. You remove, you put this aside. So you have open everything. Just go back to the I open everything. I have my spring. I just don't forget to remove it. And there is actually on the old BASICBilly, and this is mentioned the installation kit. Here I don't have it because I already removed it. You have in the old Billy audio clicker for feedback. This audio clicker that is supposed to be installed here is removed. If you want to install the kit, you have to remove this old feedback device, and you will have to remove this old clicker so that the new kit is fitting perfectly in the BASICBilly. So this is a very simple way. It's written here. You have the clicker, it's magnetic, or you have to unscrew here. On the back, you have like 2 screws that are fixing the clicker. You remove the screw and you remove all the parts that is installed here. And this is more better because I don't have the path here. I can actually send you more information about how to remove it. I think it's the best way would be to do from the beginning an installation video. So I can actually send this to you, an installation video of how to install it better. So I can show you much better than with the camera. So I installed the kit, and I don't forget to pass the breast module through the hole, the upper hole of the skin, and I just gonna connect my lung bags with the adapter on the top, just connecting this, attaching my lung bags to the face of the mannequin. Very easy to change. Up, and I'm closing everything. So I have like up my mannequin. Up. Sorry. So this is what I would like to, the last thing that I would like to share with you. So the BASICBilly Plus, when you are like ordering a BASICBilly Plus, the upgrade kit will be delivered to you like this with a kit. So you will, the customer will have to install the kit in the BASICBilly, but everything will be included in the BASICBilly Plus, so that your customer doesn't need to order two different numbers. So do we have other question? I think we have only 1 minute left. Exactly the same. So regarding the face mask, one person asked the question, how do we put back the face mask on the Billy? It's exactly the same concept than before. So you just have to I can actually show you this. You have the face mask here. So this is these little parts here that you have on the skin. They are going back directly like it was before. There is nothing new here, just that you have now a little cable passing through one of the hole. You just put back the skin as it was. Everything that has been made with BASICBilly, because it was greatly designed, it's really simple to change lung bags, to change the mask. You have you receive also face mask as a replacement part, so you can like change your mask and have between different students. So you just replace it, replace in the hole, you just press, and you have the Billy setup. Okay, I think this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the way we did this this webinar. I'm really sorry for the technical problem that we had. It was the first webinar customer success from 3B. If you have any suggestion on how we should improve the webinar, if you have any question, please write that down to 3bwebinar@3bsense.com. We will sum up all your questions, and we will try to improve our webinar for the next coming. So thank you for joining us today. That was it for me, and I hope you keep safe wherever you are, and I hope we will see you again in a Congress soon. Bye. Have a nice day.